I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. And we're back again with our Norma pellets. Wasn't sure if I was going to do anything else with them, but I wanted to see what they would do as far as penetration goes. And what I've done is I've got it set up down there already. You may remember the, as I call them, plinking blocks, where we took the 2x4s and cut them in sections and made plinking blocks, and I put a bullseye on them. Well, I flipped them around on the other side so that they're bare, so that we can make our first shootings on that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire them on that same block across with this one's going to be the target, the wadcutter one, flat point of course. Then we got the domes, which are these right here. And then we're going to shoot the pointed ones, those super point ones. Now I would guess that the point may have the best penetration. That's what we want to see. What's going to have the best penetration? If you remember, when we were first shooting these, as far as to test them out, the best accuracy, even though they were really close and everything, and the second time around, it also worked pretty good with the pointed ones once I tweaked that gun. But you'll remember the wadcutters were the best for some reason. Now what I'm going to do is I've got this one. This is the Umarex NXG, and you know how I've always used this. This is really, I know it's a kind of, some people say, a beginner's gun, but I really like it for testing. It's a multi-pump. It's got a rifled barrel, and that's why I'm using it for the pellets. And I'm going to pump 10 times into this, and we're going to shoot it from 10 meters. We're going to see what the penetration is from that distance on them. So let's turn around here, and then I'm going to fire them right in a row. Like I said, it's going to be wadcutter, dome, and then the pointed. And we'll see what happens. Okay, went down and got it. It kind of surprises me, really. Here's the deepest one. It's still in there, as you can see. That's the wadcutter. And this one is the dome. It's still stuck in there, but just barely. And then you got a hole here. That's a pretty good hole, and it goes in there pretty deep. But it came back out, and that was the pointed one. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take this block back down, because you might say, well, maybe the wood isn't as hard. Not sure. Well, you can see it's stuck here, here, and here, so why don't I try to shoot it right about in here somewhere, right close between those, so it'll be in that same section, and we'll see what happens with it. Well, it did the same thing. I was just above. I wanted to, like I said, I want to put it here. I actually put it up here where I was holding it before. I put it right into there, but it's still in the same area. And it did the same thing. I mean, it really went in there. Let's take one of those and stick it in here. See if I can. Okay, if it would have stuck, I'll see on this one, it would have went in as far as the dome. I'll put it down here in this first one we shot. There. That, in fact, I found the way that that actually hit. Okay, if that had stuck, which maybe they just wouldn't stick in there this way because of the fact that it is a dome, and it, or not a dome, but a point. But so basically at that rate, that was almost the same. You can see right there, this is the dome, and this one is the pointed one. And of course, the other one, it's still down in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's right here. Get my finger on it, right there. It's right where my finger is. If you can see, that pellet is down inside of there, and that's the wadcutter. That's on the same block of wood, so you can't really say, okay, use a different type of wood or whatever, or a different section, or no. It was the same block of wood, and then I came back here and shot it. So this actually did the same thing on both of them. So that's basically what it's going to do. So wood-wise, I mean, if we shot at something else, yeah, it would go in softer type of material. But I wanted to use a harder type of material like this to see what it would do. And by golly, those wad cutters really went into that thing. I mean, when you compare them, it went in, I would say, a little over half a pellet more, because the skirt is down below that edge, and this is about halfway on each one of these. So it's a little over, I mean, it's completely in where the others are sticking half out. So that tells you right there that wad cutter, at least in the Normas, will have better penetration. And like I said, this was just for the heck of it, and by using this Umarex NXG, I was able to put 10 pumps into it each time, and that way it controls it more on what you're actually going to give it as an impact. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.